We got two different flashlights we're going to be checking out today in this video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything, everyday carry gear here. And today we're checking out two Wurkkos flashlights, completely different. One's a little bit more tactical. The other one's a little bit more EDC friendly. We're going to go ahead and go in this order here. We're going to check out the tactical flashlight TD11. We have a 3000 lumen brightness with a 320 meter beam, runtime of 48 hours and 23 minutes. I'm assuming that's probably on one of their lowest modes, and a weight of 116 grams. I'm gonna have the Rivery Zero do the honors here. By the way, I'll have links to all these products down below in the description and pinned comments so you guys can check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. We'll get you a quick stat right here. IPX6 weather resistance. We have a drop resistance of 1 meter. And then here are all different modes, right? Beacon, SOS, strobe, and dimming the light from. We also have a spotlight, and we also have a floodlight to work with. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at the TD11, shall we? Here we go. So there it is. Very straightforward packaging. There we go. We got the goodies here. USB-C to USB-C charging cable, a lanyard solution, and the good old user manual, right? Which we might refer to in a moment to make sure we don't miss anything. But here we go. Let's check out the light. I mean, the first impression I'm getting, this one is a little bit on the lengthier side. It is narrow, but it is, a little bit on the longer side. It is very lightweight. I'll definitely give you that. Doesn't feel like it weighs pretty much anything, so that's looking good. We have a pocket clip already installed. It looks like basically light up, tip up carry, I guess. We have a little bit of a screen here. We have multiple modes. We have a button here, and we have the USB-C charging housing right there with the rubber door for keeping the elements out. The first thing I was trying to do is I'm like, okay, what are the batteries? Are they replaceable batteries that I need to remove the little film? The answer is probably not. I don't need to open a door to remove any films. These are going to be internal batteries, I'm assuming here. I don't see an opening door or anything like that. And the fact that they work pretty good right away, right? That tells me that the flashlight is just ready to work out of the box. All right, guys, so I had to take out the user manual for this one just to break it down a little bit. So these are the different modes on the outside, starting from right to left, left to right. We have a tactical mode. We have the accidental operation or like lock mode. And then we have the lighting mode, right? So most of the lighting is going to be all the way to the right. The tactical is going to be all the way to the left. And then the middle one just prevents you from accidentally turning it on, even though you can do a momentary on, right, with the side button here. Now over in the light mode, we can then cycle through all the different modes here. Get a brighter mode, get a dimmer mode, where you have the ability to manually adjust by doing press and hold. It is a one click on, one click off. If I double tap, it merely goes to turbo mode. For a triple tap, we got strobe. We have SOS. And then we have beacon. And honestly, we can do the same modes over with the sidelight as well. So the way to turn on the sidelight is in the back buttons. You want to use this button instead. So with this one, you can do the same thing, press and hold to make it dimmer, or press and hold to make it brighter. All right, and then you also get a readout here as far as how many lumens it is on the brightest mode, and then it will go down as you reduce the amount of light or increase the amount of light accordingly. So it looks like that side light maxes out at 350 lumens. And a lot of people always ask, what's good about a side light? Well, I mean, if you, say you're camping, doing anything outdoors, and you don't want to be holding the light the entire time, something that really helps with the side light is you can set it on a table. It's like this, hypothetically. Set it down, and now you have illumination on the surface, right? Maybe you're reading a map, you're reading a book, you're writing something down in a dark environment. You now have light that you can use, kind of like a lantern, and you don't necessarily have to be holding your flashlight with one hand and writing down with the other. You just set it down, you got light, you're good to go. That is the purpose of a side light, my friend. So a lot of people are like, well, the side light is a gimmick. I don't know why it's even there. No, there's a purpose for it. Like, it definitely comes handy at times like that. That's why I'm glad it is included here. We also have a strobe on this one. We have SOS as well. And then we have the beacon on the side light also. So basically all the other modes the main light has, you also have with the side light, which is nice. And then really quick, as far as the tactical mode, right? If you put it on tactical mode, it's just really going to have 3 different modes. In tactical, you have the one press. It's going to give you a moon 10 lumen light. And then if you basically press a little bit further down, it gives you the full 3000 lumens. So you go from 10 lumens with one press and 3000 with the further down press. And then with the side button here, we can just press for a strobe. All these three modes in the tactical mode. And that strobe, by the way, is at the 3000 lumen. Starts at 3000 and then slowly goes a little bit further down to like 2900 and change. But you get the idea. So again, moon, further down click, 3000 lumens, tactical, and side button gives you a strobe. And of course, the good news is that when it is in the middle, right, this is called the accidental operation prevention mode, aka lock mode. You basically can push any button, right? Nothing's going to happen. So that's in case, you don't want to accidentally turn it on or what have you. You just put it in that middle mode and it's basically locked. So it doesn't function unless you switch it over to light mode or all the way to the opposite end for tactical mode. And here's how the RGB mode works. On the floodlight, while it's off, you want to double tap on the button there. Now you're in RGB mode. The first thing you can do is you can choose the color you want. So you can go basically the whole spectrum, choosing whatever color you want specifically. If you want like a red for like map reading or eyesight preservation at night or whatever. So you can choose the color just by pressing and holding here. Say I wanted this color. I can now double tap for, the other modes with RGB. Double tap. That one's going to be doing like a beacon sort of signal there. I can double tap again for the popo mode. I can then double tap for this sort of raindrop, right? Kind of RGB going to the whole full range of color. And then double tap to the raindrop, right? More specific, one color at a time. And this one looks like a breathing mode. It itself is changing color little by little. This one is going to be a fading in and out with different colors. So every time it fades in and out, it's going to be a different color. So you can, play around with the different modes. Double tap again. All right, look at this mode. Right, kind of looks like Tetris. That is pretty cool. And it's going to be a different color every time it gets full. And what about this one? All right, check it out. Kind of like brake lights. But it does change to different colors as well. I mean, you got a plethora of different modes here. And again, in order to get to RGB from off, you just have to double tap this one. You can change color by pressing and holding, and you can double tap again to change modes. So look at this other crazy mode. And now we're just cycling through them all over again. So you get the idea right there. That is the RGB function. Again, on the floodlight, just for reference, this is going to be the floodlight. This is going to be the spotlight. All right, just to recap. And here you can either use the white function with one press, turns on the white LEDs. And if you want to get the RGB from the off position, you want to double tap. That's how you get into the RGBs, and double tap to cycle through the different modes. And just doing a quick recap, right, in case you miss anything. This is the Wurkkos TD11, right? All the other functions here in the user manual. In case you want to pause the video, you're more than welcome to. If you need to recap on any specific function, there you go. Checking out the next model. This one is the TS23 from Wurkkos. I want to say it's somewhat similar to the TD07. And there's also the TD04. But yeah, I can see a difference now. This one is going to be a little bit bigger than those two for sure. We have a USB-C to USB-A charging cord, user manual, and also that lanyard solution like we saw on the other flashlight. Let's check the specifications really quick. We have a moon mode, 10 lumens, eco at 50 lumens, low at 300, medium at 800, high at 1800, and turbo can do all the way to 5000 lumens. It is IP68 waterproof, and we're looking at a beam distance of anywhere between 1 and 482 meters. So that's quite something there for sure. So the first impression is, yeah, this is a more, dedicated flashlight for, let's say you're doing security guard, side of the road. You really want to illuminate the environment around you. You're not looking for the most pocketable flashlight. You are looking for a flashlight that can definitely get the work done. This one is definitely your typical old-fashioned flashlight with the aluminum housing here, all kinds of different grooves and whatnot for heat dissipation. We do have a rubber door here for the USB-C charging. I love USB-C charging because we have USB-C cables pretty much all around the house, so that's convenient. We have a two-sided pocket clip, so you can mount this on your cap or mount it on, say, your belt or what have you. And then I want to say we probably have to, do we have to open up here? Probably have to open up here to remove the film. There we go, remove. What kind of battery are we working with? Let me just make sure it goes in this way. This is going to be the Wurkkos 21700 lithium ion 3.6 volt, 5000 milliamp battery here. All their model numbers, I think just the 21700 should give you all the specs. So good size, right? Kind of goes into the barrel there, fits pretty snug. And it is a fully aluminum flashlight, so no plastics here, fully aluminum. We do have an O-ring here for that IP68 weather resistance. Right, screws on nicely here. There we go. And then it looks like we only have the one button here, big old button, hard to miss. We do have a lanyard solution back here if you do want to use the included lanyard or one of your own, of course. There we go. So one button on, one button off. Doesn't have the it's just a one click, so it doesn't do a double click if you press further down. So it's just a one click. We have a green light here for status on the battery, I'm assuming. If that goes red, obviously it means you have to charge it. And with this one, there we go, we're gonna press and hold. Press and hold. Oh yeah, that is getting brighter and brighter. So I'm assuming we got moon, eco, low, medium, and back to low. Hold on. Double tap, that's turbo. So that is getting actually pretty warm right now. I can warm up my hands in winter time or have you. It says hot, so you know it is going to be putting out some juicy power, some good amount of light at night. Obviously we're going to test it outside later tonight so you guys can see what these are capable of doing. But yeah, judging by the temperature, I can tell this one is going to be pretty good. If I triple click, we have the strobe. So very intuitive, straightforward, right? Check out the main LED in there. So one very powerful LED, but it will definitely get the job done. We also have these little, I want to say carbide balls all around the, you know, sort of gray lip to the flashlight. So I wonder if those have any purpose. I'll check the user manual for that. And I do like that it has memory. So I turn it off. As I turn it back on, it's going to pick up on whatever mode I left it at. It looks like I maybe left it on a very powerful mode here. So I cycle down to a lower mode. There we go. And now where to turn it off, it's going to actually turn on that same mode as well. By the way, this is how we get the moon mode. It has to be on off, and you want to hold while on off. You get the moon. While you have it on, you can do eco, low, medium, high. 2 clicks is turbo and also moon, or you can cycle between those two. And in the 3 clicks, you can do strobe, SOS, and beacon. You can do 4 clicks while off to lock, unlock, and 4 clicks while on for tactical mode. So here's the whole diagram right here. You have the outdoor mode and tactical mode as well for the TS23. If you guys want to check it out there, pause the video, you're welcome to. So while off, I'm going to hold here. Right, there's the moon, right? Not really that much. Obviously, moon mode is the lowest mode, and it will stay on. Then you can click off. So just press and hold, you'll get the moon. If you simply click, then obviously it's going to turn on whatever mode you left it. Then we're going to test the 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got SOS right here. All right, it's doing SOS. We're going to do the beacon, right? That one is the beacon. Or it's kind of like a flashing light in a distance. Got that beacon function. And then we're going to do the strobe. So now what's interesting is I'm cycling through them with a double click instead of a triple click. So, you know, just feel free to, you know, test it out, mess around with it, learn all the different modes. All right, obviously that way you'll know what your flashlight is capable of doing. And just like with most flashlights, guys, it's nice to have all these features. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So that absolutely comes handy. I will be charging this guy, and we'll also go ahead and take it outside and see what it can do. All right, fam, and just like that, we are outside, and bam, right? There is the TD11. It is in its full 3,000 lumens. It kind of fluctuates a little bit. I'm seeing the numbers go up and down a bit, but this is the turbo mode here for what it's worth. Let's take a look here. All right, we can get at that tree here, up at these trees right there, up over at this side, over at this other tree right there. So maybe try cycling a little bit through the modes. Let's kind of pick a spot, let's say right there. Going to press and hold. And again, this one gets dimmer all the way down to the lowest, what is it, 10 lumen? Yeah, 10 lumens right here. You know, pretty close for like right in front of you, pretty much. And then of course I'm going to press and hold here, have it get brighter and brighter, going all the way up to the 3000 lumen max. All right, again, not bad at all. Again, you guys be the judge. All right, this is going to be the spotlight, which in a way, very similar to other flashlights. It doesn't necessarily focus, so you do see the beam of light, right? If you aim it this way, it gives you like a circle in the middle that's brighter, and then you have coverage all around that with the bigger circle, if you see what I mean right there. And it actually gets pretty far. Definitely gets significantly far. Got some potential right there, without a doubt. And then let's try doing the side light here. There we go. So now we got the side light. We're going to test the white LEDs first. And then we can press and hold here to get them as bright as possible. It blinks once it gets to the max, which is around 300 lumens, I want to say. So not bad. Obviously, you're not going to reach as far as you would with the spotlight. But the floodlight is pretty significant. Just going to set it there. Take a couple steps back. Look at the area, the reach here. Right, just taking a few steps back. Definitely got quite the reach for it being a floodlight. And you can, again, adjust it, make it brighter or dimmer as you need. So maybe you're like reading a map or doing some night reading while camping. You want it a little bit, you know, not as bright or what have you. You can absolutely adjust that. From off, we're going to double tap, and that gets us into RGB. Then we got double tap for all the different modes. And again, I'm not going to go through all of them because we did that earlier in the video, but at least a few to kind of showcase what a difference it makes at night. Of course, these are going to create a nice little ambiance, if you would, but they're not going to be extremely bright. Again, different modes. It's going to be good for like strapping it to a backpack or your bicycle or what have you, just to get other people to see you from a distance, pretty much. And we're going to switch over to the TS23. And look at the difference on this one. Yeah, this is quite something. I'll tell you what, 3,000 lumens on that last one versus 5,000 lumens on this one. It can make a difference. 2,000 lumens can definitely make quite a difference. That's for sure. All right, you guys be the judge there. I want to say press and hold. Okay, so there's the low mode. Press and hold. I guess a little bit brighter. If I double tap, that's a strobe. And we can do SOS. We can do a beacon. And that beacon is in turbo mode. So that gets pretty bright there, no doubt. And again, back to the main light. What do you guys think about this one? Definitely for a tactical feeling flashlight. Again, you have that more narrow circle in the middle. In the middle, you have that wider blanket circle on the outside. You can definitely pinpoint it as something specific, but it gives you a lot of coverage in the surrounding area, without a doubt. All right, you guys be the judge there. Let me know on a scale from 1 through 10, right? How bright is it? I'm just kind of stretch it out here a bit so you guys can see kind of what it looks like with the throw. The beam looks like kind of Star Wars style. Boom, 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 boom. Lightsaber mode. Very impressive. Making a good impression here at night for sure. You guys let me know in the comments, and back to the video. Alright guys, well there you have them. Two different flashlights from Wurkkos. We have a more practical, everyday carry, smaller size flashlight here with a plethora of different options here. This one's going to do 3,000 lumens max. Then you have a more tactical, old-fashioned shape flashlight. This one's going to do up to 5,000 lumens, so a little bit more powerful than that one, but it doesn't have the side light or the floodlight mode, right? Just very straightforward, just one light that can do, you know, your regular strobe, your regular beacon, SOS. So can this one with a little bit more. So it's just a little bit of a trade-off there, right? If you want something more specifically for a lighting task, if you want something that can do a little bit more, if you're really just looking at which one's the brighter out of the two, of course, 5,000 versus 3,000 lumens, you got something to consider there. But hopefully this video was insightful. If you found it valuable, smashing that like button really goes a long way. Again, I have links to all these down below in the description and pinned comments so you guys can check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. And of course, it helps out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Guys, let me know your thoughts on these. What do you guys like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? Let me know. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.